I'm Vic Jagger.
I'm Miss Porter Did It.
And you are listening to Seasoned. Okay, are you done?
I'm never done.
Okay. Well, we're going to cover some of our favorite TV show seasons.
Tommy, what? Everybody in the audience knows damn well you ain't got no job, man.
Movies.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
And how we view them back in the day versus now.
Oh, this gonna be good.
We're going to get into the scripts they gave us the tea on relationships.
The relationship is off. Now get the stepping.
To real life shit, y'all.
And whatever else we feel like talking about.
We're about to dive in. Okay, you had sung, so I wanted to sing too.
I know. Let's get into it.
Hey, y'all. We are back. Season 4.
Season 4.
Yes.
Beyonce's favorite number.
Okay.
I thought I would add.
Well, I thought it was 2, actually.
Why?
I mean, I know it's 4.
'Cause of 1 plus
I know
1?
it. Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
Still corny.
I know.
No, she not corny, y'all.
Woo! No, that was. It was. I had to. It was just there, and I had to it was now or never.
You gotta go for it, man.
I was just gonna go for it.
All right,
But yes, I'm excited to be back.
me too.
And this is a glorious occasion because we're about to not only review and break down one of our favorite shows
Ever.
but we're going to break down the reunion of one of our favorite shows ever. And we're talking about the Martin 30th anniversary reunion episode.
Hold on. When they said that was cold,
You didn't know that?
I had no clue that was cold.
What
brown.
I wanted them to address. Okay, so we are going to talk about the Martin 30th anniversary reunion, which is on BET Plus. Shout out to BET for giving us this gem. Like, this is the content we needed.
We needed it. And didn't know we needed it.
Yes. And so we found out that Carl Anthony Payne.
Cockroach.
Yes. Cole. You stupid. He actually did the intro to Martin. But I always wanted to ask if that was him on the updated intro, like the later intro. When he was like, oh, yeah.
What'd he do?
Y'all,
so
I'm the man.
You are Pam for real. Because Pam used to always be singing. That is you. You're Pam. I realized
Both of them,
that.
Gina and Pam.
No, but Pam
just used to singing in the background.
Pam was worse.
Oh, McDonald had a farm.
And here I go. And on that, but she couldn't even get it out. My mother was like, girl, I cannot believe you still act like this over this. Yep.
Ooh, she finally brought my potato skins.
I thought they were going to try to do a reboot.
I knew that wasn't going to happen.
I didn't know what to expect. When they were like the reunion, I'm like, what could they possibly do? So I didn't even rush to watch it until people were saying, oh no, it's not that. I thought they were going to try to do like we were just talking about.
I definitely didn't. Maybe because I reported on it. I don't know.
Well,
but
yeah.
I knew,
I'm
like,
maybe because I report. Well, then yes, girl.
Because
we didn't know.
But even before that, they said after rest in peace Thomas Mikal Ford,
right,
after he passed away, that they weren't going to do the reboot. Like, they could not do it without Tommy. And so that was the whole thing. So once they said they were going to do a 30th anniversary, I was like, oh, they about to do a reunion show.
But that's also, I think I didn't have enough information, because if I had heard like a 30th anniversary show, I probably would have had a different mind frame. I really just heard people keep saying the Martin reunion is coming on.
Yeah,
but
I thought it would be. I didn't really. I was still going to support it if they did the reboot, but I didn't want them to like
mess it up.
Yeah,
leave it alone.
But I thought so. What I wish that they would do, which is what I wish Insecure would do, is every maybe 2 years or so, just give us one like updated one updated like special or episode or you know, maybe like after a few years give us an update. I wouldn't mind that because I want to see what Issa is doing with her family, and you know, if Molly has a
I think that's the part
kid and it's like,
I think that's the part of knowing when to end something, because that's what you want people to come to their. Well, what do you think happened?
What do you think happened?
Because I feel like they be taking stuff too far. Like I already stalk Issa. I don't need them to do it every 2 years. No, I feel you, but I
say every 2 years, y'all. But I'm just saying, you know how it's like
want them to
5-10 years later, and then they kind of, and it doesn't have to be a series or anything. Just one special where it's like, this is what's going on, and you know that could really.
I think you bow out on the top.
That could really catapult it into a movie, and I am here for that as well. I just want to let y'all know.
She said she don't want to do no movie.
I know she said that. Just like she said that was going to be the last damn episode. Season 5 was going to be the last season. She said what she said, but I'm still going to hold out that years from now, they're going to be like, oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and do like a movie. Something. Give us something.
We'll see, but I don't want them to.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this Martin reunion.
Any surprises?
Man, so many surprises. So I love that. Okay, Martin and Gina, look, Tisha and Martin,
as he called her.
Yes, T. That they were able to get past any past, you know, issues that they had.
It was very obvious that they were like cordial. I mean, you know, like just.
And we've seen them working it out over the years. You know, Martin even posted Tisha on his Instagram page and was like, posted an old photo of them from the set and said that they're good and all of that. So to see them actually all together again, it just felt, that nostalgia. Like, it just felt so good to see that.
I love how much. Like, they still laugh at each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They still laugh at each other. But also, I'm always fascinated with, so I guess to the point you were making, getting the update gives you so much more understanding because we were so young. So like hearing them talk about like, we were in our early 20s. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That makes it even more amazing though, to see like the type of work that they did. And I'm like, early 20s? You start thinking about your own early 20s?
Let me tell you, I was like 10 when Martin was out. So they were really like, from when I was 10 to now, I've been reciting Martin. I've been saying quotes, all of that.
That's
like,
crazy.
The impact that they had.
That's what it really is, though. It's about the type of impact you be. I mean, the
for
money
years
and stuff won't come, but it's like, Martin ended how many years ago?
Exactly.
And it's generations of children that still laugh at it the same. Like, you and Torrin.
My son recites Martin. That was the proudest moment. And even like with the guests that they were having, I was laughing because I had watched it, and then I was telling my son, I was like, have you watched it yet? Have you watched it yet? He was like, I'm about to watch it. But when Snoop was on there, Snoop made an appearance, and we saw him on the episode where he had that afro, okay? And Snoop, when Snoop was leaving the set, Martin was like,
Snoop Doggy Dog.
And it made me holler so bad because that's how my son says it.
Yeah.
And to hear Martin say it, my son just busts out and say Snoop Doggy Dog. And so when Martin said it, I hollered. I was like, oh my gosh, so you gotta watch it. He did the Snoop Doggy Dog. So to be able to share that with my son is like, it's great. And things that we didn't know about that episode with Snoop, we found out that Cole was trying to grow his bush out. He had that joint padded. Okay. He said he knew Snoop was coming on set, so he was going to grow his hair out to be like Snoop.
That's so cool, though, that they got to even work with their favorites. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, as a result, this is how much it's changed their lives, and still today.
Yeah.
Today.
And I'm not going to lie, I love how they had each character's moments.
Yep.
And so I was like, oh my gosh, they got to put this episode in. They got to put
So tell me what episodes were missing for you. I know, because I like the ones they chose.
I really did.
What would you add to the list, though? Because there's one that I was like, they're crazy for not putting this joint.
Oh,
Varnell Hill.
Yeah, so they did a little bit of Varnell, but he was trying to remember it, and I'm saying it just
for
like
him.
The script. Look, I'm saying it just how the script did it.
To say
yes,
this, and then he comes in.
Even when he came in, who can take the children? Yes. Bounce on my knees and then I sing a melody.
Do you think they be tired of us always singing? Wait.
Yeah. Did you miss me?
But I'm like, I'm talking about when they did the moments.
Yes.
I wanted them to do Varnell. What's the other one I said? Why wouldn't they do Pass the Peas?
Well,
that's not a legend.
So they did not. They didn't do Pass the Peas
as a top moment.
As a top moment, but they did put when they was like them raggedy ass peas. These are them raggedy ass peas.
They look good.
Yeah,
like it was Affion Crockett did a good job, I think.
Yeah, shout out to Affion Crockett.
Yeah, he did
because
a good
you
job.
could tell he was a true fan of the show as well, and so I'm looking at him like excited, like he made it. Like he's interviewing the cast, and there were so many questions that I wish that I was able to ask, because don't get me wrong, Affion did a great job, but he didn't dig deep enough for me, and it might have been edited that way. It could have been a longer special, but they just chose certain. But I felt like he just kept asking, well, how did you feel about that? What was going through your mind? And I wanted to know, like, I wanted to get down.
So when this happened, were you feeling?
So how did you even think to say? I did. I love that they were able to show their favorite moments. Yes. I feel like they hit a lot of them. So that ain't no damn puppy. I wish they would have shown when Gina, and I know why they couldn't do this episode.
Which one?
When she said, I would like to get a little change, a little cold. He was like, we don't have any, are you? And then you gonna give me some change, you gonna give me. And then when him and Miss Jerry started fighting, like, I get why they didn't put that in there. But I would have edited right when she grabbed his neck so they couldn't. Because that was or when they were leaving out with Miss Jerry, he was like,
deck the halls with boughs of holly. La 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 la.
That drunk ass Santa. So many classic
I wish I could have showed Miss Jerry some love. Miss Jerry was. No.
She not.
Miss Jerry passed away. Miss Jerry.
Remember the cafeteria lady used to call Miss Jerry?
Yes, and she definitely was mean like Miss Jerry.
But why?
She did not play that. But not ask for no extra scoop or nothing, no fries, no pizza.
Try to butter her up. Damn, I can't get 2 scoops of mashed potatoes.
Right. Or when she was on the slushy joint.
And she was so mean.
Used to have. I bet you. Can you go over there and give me enough?
He asked Miss Jerry for nothing, please. But that woman has to know we called her that. Never knew her real name.
This was in college, y'all. She had a low little bush joint.
Salt and pepper.
Yep.
Okay.
So, one of the things that they did show is like on Tisha's moments, of course, when she got her head stuck in the headboard. That was a good one. And one thing that I realized, and I love that they said this, Martin was saying how
I feel like I may have gave them some comedically, and they gave me some acting wise.
Right.
Because I feel like in the first year I wasn't a seasoned actor, but working with all of them, I feel like they helped me get better.
because Tisha was like, I didn't know anything about comedy, but to watch her evolve from the first season, you could tell Martin was rough around the edges. You know, just getting into this acting thing.
Right. Because just think about, to hear him say that, I was like, that's such an honor to hear, because if you think about his movie career,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, his movie career has been maybe the same length. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always a comedian, but when he started like House Party,
blowing up,
it's like, oh shit.
All these the Bad Boys franchise,
59 Bad Boys, Big Mama's House.
Yes. Yeah. And and they said, they answered.
Thin line between love and hate.
Yes.
That's my favorite Martin joint.
That's definitely not my favorite.
I love that joint.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do that too.
Yes, we can. And then the way that they played into that in one of the episodes too, that's funny. But one thing that I enjoyed seeing was him talking about all the characters that he played. Oh, before that, I wanted to go into him and Carl Anthony Payne, because they asked them what was like the first thing they spent their money on.
Yes.
And Tichina and Tisha said,
Cars. We bought the same car. What Mercedes?
Y'all such besties.
We got matching Benzes.
matching Benzes.
That's what besties do.
Carl Anthony Payne said he got a car as well because he had been riding his motorcycle.
Yep, and that was his only mode of transportation.
Right. And he said he took Martin outside, showed him the ride, and was like, thank you. Like, he had his own parking space and all of that. And to see how Martin gave so many people opportunities, was able to feed their families.
Multiple times over.
Yes,
He was intentional about that.
And it's so crazy because the way that he is on television,
he's nothing.
Is nothing like.
I be laughing like, he is so quiet.
I mean,
like,
just reserved. Just
that's because in that brain,
he's a wild boy. He is a wild boy.
I'm gonna tell you what had me. I said, I act like I never seen this. That New Jack City episode with that dog.
Yeah.
It was like it was supposed to be a real dog.
And they put the weights in the feet so they could stand up, and it still fell over. And he said, lay.
I said, wow. They wouldn't bring it. They thought they would have a real dog.
Yeah.
And he was improvising.
Yeah, they gave him that prop. And that really showed the genius that Martin was, because a lot of these episodes, stuff was not on the script.
They figured it out. Or they read it and they put it in their own way. And their biggest goal was trying to break the other person's character. Like, break them out of character. We can make them. That's when Gina was like, when Tisha.
We about to start just calling them.
Is it Tisha Campbell? Yes. When Tisha Campbell was like, my goal was always to get him to laugh.
Right.
Because making him laugh.
You have reached a certain level. Yes. And then when you think about all the celebrities that they've had on there, from Biggie to Chris Rock, Donnie Simpson. So I was like, look at DeAndre. You know I be calling Donnie that. I be calling him DeAndre Simpson. And this is not to like name drop. I do work with Donnie Simpson, but I wanted to share this story because, if you know anything about Donnie, he's a great storyteller. And so I had hit him up when I was in the studio, that episode that came on. And I remember the last time he was like, dang, I wish I could have caught it. So I texted him, I was like, Donnie, that episode is on, right? And So he ended up catching it. I was like, it's so cool that you were able to work on Martin.
Yeah.
And he said that he had such a great time. It was one of the best moments. And I said, well, did y'all work? You worked with Chris Rock, right? Like,
right.
He was like, yes. And he had us cracking up the entire time on set. He said Martin was funny. He said it was just an honor to be on there. And then to be able to show his grandkids.
Like,
he's
look.
so happy. Yes.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm so happy I can record it and show them.
But they probably even watch Martin, depending on their age.
Yeah, they're younger.
Okay, I'm about to say, because if they in that preteen, teen,
right,
yeah, they watching it too.
I'm like, that is so crazy to be able to, and I told Tania, I was like, I'm working at WZUP now.
Absolutely. But that's what I said, the irony of even having, I mean, clearly you being in radio, but even having a podcast. Like I had a radio show in college. Mm-hmm. I was on a radio show, but it's like, it's always been Martin.
It's always
That's crazy.
been Martin.
It's always been Martin, man. I love it. But you are WTOP.
Did you say WTOP?
No, I
I'm
said
about to fry
WZ.
you.
I said you.
No, you said WTOP, and I'm
right.
No 50.
All right. You see what I'm saying?
That's what you say.
It's the braces. WTOP. WZ.
What? Actually, it's WMMJ.
WMMJ was asking.
Hey, Prince Frederick. No. So they had a lot of guests that were on there, mm-hmm. and then they also had folks to stop by. Mm-hmm. Y'all, when Bruh Man came to the window of the apartment. Now, you know, it's been years, so yes. Bruh Man, you know, he put on a little bit. Yeah, he had a little thick.
It's the walk of me.
Yes, but when he was trying to climb through that window, y'all, the struggle was real. I said somebody gonna help him, and somebody gonna pull him through the window. He got one leg in, and you know when you gotta lift your weight a little, you gotta shift it. It wasn't. He was on that tippy toe. He was trying to push himself on
to catapult.
Yes,
to transfer the bulk of the weight.
If he would have went down on that ground, baby,
I would have been. Yes. I would have been no good.
But Bruh Man came in there talking about them sandwiches. I'm trying to think. My favorite Bruh Man episode had to be it's two. It's two episodes.
Okay.
So my first one is during the fight when Martin had the fight party and Bruh Man was stretching out
his robe.
He used to try to take the sweater off.
Could not take the sweater off.
And then he took his shoes off. Yeah. So he said that tight ass sweater. Yes.
That man was like, I need some more toilet tissue.
He did. And then my second favorite episode with Bruh Man is when he brought the CD player and he brought it back and he was like, Bruh Man, get your Charlie Brown boots and roll.
Same New Jack City episode. That raincoat and them galoshes.
Yes.
Get your Charlie Brown
and that
boots.
Is why that's how you know he's from here
today.
Your Charlie Brown boots.
That's how you know Martin's from our area, though, because we fry
yes.
We know we're gonna fry anything.
And they said between Martin and Tichina, those were the two that were always like frying or saying something on set, or you know, you had to have thick skin.
I can tell. You can tell that Pam is the one. I'll fry her too. I'll fry Pam.
But no, how about Pam? They were talking about all the shit that they call each other and all that, and they said, where did y'all get BDB from?
And Pam explained it, but Pam sat there and explained.
She said, I never thought that I had BDBs. And but Martin, he played it cool. Martin was like, one time, I don't know, I was looking at her and then I looked at her neck and then I just said it. And they say, Pam was like, and I felt, And I do have beady bees. And so, you know, when I go out and you trying to explain it to people like, well, what are beady bees? You trying to explain it to kids. Yo, beady bee buckshot.
Beady bee buckshot.
Beady bee.
Wilson.
Couldn't
pick it.
Wilson couldn't pick it.
I remember that day. I thought that was hilarious. You know, I couldn't wait to go to school to quote Martin the next day. Every time. I'm going to watch it a couple more times.
Rough, smelling like train smoke. Woo.
I'm going.
Yes.
Wait, can I tell you? Hold on. Not that this matters. I didn't know Tommy's wife was of another race.
Oh.
I never knew that. And I didn't realize his... I don't think I knew he had... Did I know he had children? Yeah, but I was like, oh, shoot.
I remember him having children. Mm-hmm. I'd never seen his wife before. Mm-hmm. But it was good to see the service that they had. That was so nice. Tommy.
Can I tell you why I know I need help?
Together, really nice.
Because, you know, all I kept thinking of was the service they was on for DP.
Yes.
And I said...
It was a mixture of that, and then when Tommy was in the hospital, they thought he was in that hospital bed, and it wasn't him. It was a mixture of that. Because it was something serious, but because it was Martin and they have done episodes
never know, man,
that were teetering
like,
on
they
it.
Play? I was about to say, are they gonna play? Is this gonna be for real?
Because they left one set. They left Martin's apartment and then they went to Nipsey's. And they had a service.
They should have a Martin pop-up, an installation pop-up.
They should, because I would love to be in an apartment. I would love to be in Nipsey's.
WZP.
All that. Yep.
Shanae Show Enough Bump and Curl.
Yep. I would do all that. They should.
I get weary.
Yes. So if somebody... Anybody.
Tell Martin and tell Stan Lathan. Yeah,
make it happen. That was it was a good service. They honored Thomas Mikal Ford in such a great way. Had his family there.
Did. Just everything
talking
about they said about him.
Yeah, and Carl definitely was emotional because you could tell that they were tight.
In real life,
yeah. And Leandria Johnson, I mean...
Why would they even... I said, why would they bring her out? I was sobbing.
That stage down.
I was sobbing.
She sings from her soul. I love her voice.
Yep.
Friends will leave you all by yourself. But don't you cry. 'Cause better days are coming. You wanna help me say better. For your mother and your father, your sister and your brother. Oh, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't you cry.
I felt like you, like it was emotional. It was like, oh my gosh, like that type of singing, that music, it just hits you in a way, especially with something like that.
All the great things they were talking about him too.
Yeah.
Like just how he was really intentional about living his life, serving God.
Very active in the community.
His community. And I was like, that's so good to know that.
Yeah.
That's all of them said the same thing.
And I have a picture with Tommy. And I was it was at Stone Soul Picnic. He was there and he was backstage and I was like, I have to get a picture with him. I have to. And this is Tommy. Like this was before I actually met Tichina.
Okay.
Because I met Tichina. I just.
It's coming.
It's coming.
And y'all are gonna know. But they're going to know though. We're going to interview him. We're going to interview him.
We're going to interview Martin.
So y'all got to say it with us.
He is my favorite.
We are going to interview Martin Lawrence, and we'll let y'all know when the episode drops. That's just what
it might be a live episode.
That too.
So maybe you'll be there with us.
That too.
To experience this.
But he'll hear about it.
But the part on when they were at the service, when Leandria, I don't know if she meant to do this or if she just did not remember their names, but when she was like Martin, Gina, Pam, Cole, I was like, wait,
these are their characters. But that's what
it
we
made me
say.
chuckle a little bit because I was like, She probably couldn't even think of their names in that moment. So she was just like Martin, Gina, Pam, and Cole.
But that's
and
what we call them.
Yeah, we do.
That's their names.
I remember Carl Anthony Payne. He did not like being called Cole.
Really?
He was kind of like, you know who else didn't like to be called their character? Well, of course, a lot of, Rudy and
as we
Carlton,
call them their names.
and Michael Evans. He cussed Frida's out.
What is this?
Ain't no buttons. Ain't no sound. Rent party. Relax. Is that he cursed Frida's out? Yeah. I would have been
he is like older and he's little and he just he was mean. He was she was like, Michael Evans.
Oh my God. I mean, but I could imagine because especially Cole
and
was so
Steve
simple-minded.
Urkel. Jaleel White does not like y'all calling him Steve Urkel. I mean, I think over now.
Well, he wants Stefan.
He definitely wants to be Stefan Urkel.
Boy.
He definitely wants to be Showboat Stefan.
But I could feel that because Cole was such a simple-minded character. He probably
and you saw how he was not in his feelings, but he said that. Remember, they was like, Affion was like, Cole, you stupid. And he was like, Cole actually wasn't stupid. He was naive. Yep. And then we were like, okay, he was
Cole.
stupid.
All right, Cole.
And then they proceeded to play a compilation of Tommy saying, go, you stupid.
Yeah. It's okay, Carl.
Yeah. What's a favorite moment of yours from Cole? Because they play mine on there. One of my favorite moments from Cole. I have two again, y'all.
I think I always loved how he acted over Big Shirley because he didn't give a fuck.
He said it wasn't my idea to cut Big Shirley off either.
He said for her to be big enough to not fit the screen. But I just loved how he didn't give a fuck. But when he sat there and clipped that toenail, and that joint boomeranged,
that is definitely one of my
that's probably my favorite. That's probably my favorite.
Man, every time I see that episode, the first time it came on, I could not breathe. I thought that was the funniest shit ever. And I was young.
My other moment was the variety show when he was coming to audition. And my mom was because I was like, why do Cole always be trying it like this?
Yes.
He had nothing prepared.
No.
Just nothing. Just being there being stupid. And I was like, this is typical Cole.
He said he got that from Tarzan. He just tried to channel his inner Tarzan.
Yeah, he said, whatever I heard in the jungle.
Yes. I can't even. One of my favorites. So you said one with the clipping of the toenail. The other one is when he was trying to audition for Biggie and he was like dun, 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 dun. I said hip hop like he did that. That shit was so funny, y'all.
And I
really trying to
that they kind of highlighted his hats.
Yes, and he has a hat line in real life. Carl Anthony Payne.
Wow, this is good. I like that they because he definitely always had the hat.
That was the thing. The hats. At first, he said it was the colors, the different outfits, which he did have some really, unique attire.
Mm-hmm. Unique is a good word.
Yeah, and his hats. Even remember that hat that had the two hands? Yep. It was like two gloves.
He had all types of
hats.
He always had a hat on.
Yes. Okay, so Tichina, you could tell she was the one who would cuss everybody out.
Yep.
Always was frying, saying something crazy. What's one of your favorites from Tichina?
Oh my God,
I have so many.
Her having to sing "Oh McDonald." They showed everyone. They showed this one of my moments.
Yes,
but when she was considering dating Jerome, when she, I love I love that episode. I think I might have went into, did they go into 2 episodes? But I like when she was dating Jerome. I used to love when her and Tommy used to fake, like, you know, the Biggie episode, of course. And I love when she was, no, that was the same episode when she was Patti LaBelle when they had that hair.
That's my favorite one, y'all.
That's it.
That is like the best one.
Yep.
When I think of home, I think of a place.
Oh,
yes.
and when she got hypnotized, they had to act like Martin.
That is, okay, I take it back. I take it back.
Baby,
I take it back.
That right there.
That episode right there, we have to do that episode.
Yeah.
When Pam was acting like Martin.
That was funny.
That L.
She nailed it.
He was like, you cannot put me out of my own exhibit. Somebody done told you wrong.
Oh, yeah, I loved it. I was like, damn, they were actors for real.
That's, man, Pam is funny as shit. And
she is.
It was interesting to learn that she was only in 7 of 13 episodes for the first 2 seasons. And then they brought her on.
And they hired her for real.
Yeah. So to see how she has to really put in work to make a
even
impact
as much
like that.
as we laughed at her limited quote unquote roles the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
To see that that was just her still kind of trying out to get to full time, and I'm like, she was amazing then.
Right.
We still laugh at that same stuff.
Yeah.
Now, like the first 3 seasons of Martin are my favorites.
Absolutely.
Especially 1 and 2. Especially seasons 1 and 2.
Absolutely.
Them ones are legendary.
And you know, I can recite the episodes.
Everyone.
I think the first one that I used to watch over and over and over. I don't know why I used to watch this episode so much. Probably because I had it recorded or something. But it was the Romeo and Juliet episode. And I knew that by heart. Like, I think my mother was like, if you say one more thing about Martin.
We couldn't help it, though. That was one of and that's how when we got to school.
Pam? Romeo's horse. I like to play Mike Tyson and knock your teeth out.
And you know how I feel about Biggie. You know that was like
yeah.
And he was on there a few times.
Twice. No, once.
Twice. Was it twice?
He was on there. No, he was on there once because you're thinking because he was in the apartment and then he was at the studio, at the TV studio. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed all of the characters that Martin played. If I could choose my favorite character, it would have to be Dragonfly Jones, followed by Jerome, followed by Shanae.
Okay. So that's the hierarchy, or you just saying these are your 3 faves?
Yeah, those are my 3 faves.
Period. No particular order, though. It's okay. I'm just asking for the...
No, I was... Yeah, because, I mean, Dragonfly Jones is funny as shit. Jerome was funny. And Shanae just takes... Yeah.
Okay.
No order.
I think I am... Shanae.
Mm-hmm.
Otis.
Yes.
And... I don't know, it's probably a tie between Dragonfly and Mama Payne. Because that's really how black mothers act over their sons. I think that's why they're so funny to me, because Mama Payne didn't play about Martin and she got on Gina's nerves.
She did. She
muscle
did.
butt.
Yeah, applehead.
You appleheaded heifer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy all of his characters. And I'm happy that they highlighted some characters that didn't get a lot of love, like King Beef. Okay. But first, I must dance. Yes.
And Bob from marketing.
Bob from marketing, who is an honorable mention because I still say quotes from Bob.
Today. And I wear his suit.
Yes.
What's happening? Whoa, hey, some dude just gave me this picture of margaritas. Whoa, this hotel is Bossa Nova. Hello? Yeah, buddy, listen. Give me 8 extra large pizza with the works and charge it to the rim. I don't know, buddy.
Whatever room I'm calling from. Yep. And them cowboy boots.
I'm out of control.
But
Gina's
it's the way that
out
he
of control.
thought this
whole
party.
damn party's out of control.
But wait, I wonder I'm just trying to figure out which character that I was like, that's Martin when I was younger. Because I feel like most
it Bob?
of them, I don't know. It may have been Bob. And it was only the skin because clearly it's Martin's whole face.
Yeah. Torrin didn't know that was Martin, or he didn't know how Martin was able to play Roscoe. And I had to tell him, I was like, he had his shoes on his knees.
On his knees. Oh, Roscoe's another. Yeah. See, I cannot choose.
I ain't like Roscoe like that.
Roscoe
funny. Needed his ass beat.
But oh, you know what? I have to talk about another episode. I just thought about it. We talked about favorite episodes. It just came to mind. Mm-hmm. With David Allen Greer. With his
Leon Allen Dove. Yes. Oh, they did. They showed it when they showed him. Oh, that's your favorite?
Oh, yeah. That's like.
When she bit the pew.
And when he walked down and they was duck and they was low.
He's like, I'm about to give you a.
And they was whispering with the. Hey, God.
David Allen Greer is funny as hell. Yep. And the fact that he was on In Living Color, Tommy Davidson was on In Living Color. Martin gave people guest spots that we saw them on other shows. Yep. And we, over time, they ended up being a big,
Like Martin is, I feel like he's like made like right under Eddie Murphy. Not as far as who makes me laugh because Eddie is the, like Eddie
Well, Eddie is my favorite actor. Martin is my favorite comedian, right? And it just so happens that Eddie Murphy is a funny ass actor as well.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
But he is also a great in dramatic roles too. So Eddie Murphy, yes, he is just amazing. Martin, we talking about my favorite comedian. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about laugh, stomach hurt. I've been reciting stuff that he said since I was a little girl.
Yeah, like You So Crazy still is my favorite stand-up.
Andele.
It's You So Crazy and then Raw and what's my other one?
What's your other one?
What's the other Eddie Murphy joint? Raw and shit. Sorry.
Damn.
No, but that You So Crazy.
Yeah, You So Crazy
like,
was
why
just...
was I watching that young?
Yeah.
Laughing like shit.
So good.
Even now, falling out laughing like Martin is insane. He's the
so
best.
Good.
We're going to meet him. And he's going to be on here.
We are going to meet him.
Y'all heard us say it. He's going to be on here and we're going to be trying to hold our composure.
Yes.
Laughing like shit. Making jokes because we're going to try to make him laugh because he's too quiet. He be chilling in person.
Yes. If you ever, if you're in DC, there are these guys called the Party Crashers, and they're always dressed up like Otis or Jerome, and they come to events and just dance and stuff. And so I remember a video where they were their characters in front of Martin, and he was like, "Oh, that's so cool." He was just too cool about it. It was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Like, do you know we're obsessed with you?
You influence these. Like,
we are obsessed with you. Do you see what you've done to us?
Yeah, and it was so good to see Nipsey back. I didn't even recognize him. I did not know that was Nipsey.
You know, it's a Nipsey's in Maryland.
Yes.
I love saying
I did not know that was Nipsey. And he talked about, how it was working with Martin, and he just randomly got that position.
Yeah.
He said he was just having a conversation and they were saying, "Oh, we need to audition for a bartender." He was like, "Let him do it." Like, and then that was it.
And that was it. Now he's forever Nipsey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
And as much as people want to get into these debates about, oh, Martin was so toxic. We know he does. He had a lot of toxic things. And this was not a relationship that y'all should be, it shouldn't be a goal. This shouldn't be relationship goals. I'm like, why can't we just take it for what it is? Why does it have to be so serious?
A fake campaign. Like, everybody wants to feel important or have a platform to speak about something. Let me tell you, when the youngins first started trying to even come for Martin and Gina, I'm sorry, what are y'all comparing? What are you comparing it to? Please don't mention none of these joints. Like, what are you comparing it?
Right.
Compared to what? Y'all they don't even really have a lot of scripted television. I mean, the same type of, episodic television. Like,
and that's why
you know
I said we needed this 30th anniversary, because it really broke down the behind the scenes of it, how much work it took, how much, just how much talent was in that studio, was on that set. When they say they waited, I forgot the term that they used, but they say they knew that they had something special when the audience started stomping their feet, laughing. And yes, it's something special, and it's something that has stuck around for 30 years. And I know it will for 30 more.
You know what I really enjoyed, and this is probably from being a full-time creative, but I enjoyed learning about how much of it was intentional. I mean, just everything you're saying about like how he would always hire, certain people, wanted to make sure he was giving people chances, but just even how they were like, well, we used to do this, so this could happen. And then we would do this. So it's like learning the process behind something that when you see the finished product, we just got fucking 26 minutes of entertainment, but they really were like, no, we would used to try to do this, and then she would do
the work that they would put into
for that little time frame,
and how all of them were in sync just by the timing, the chemistry, all of that. And even with Martin being intentional about putting HBCUs in there, the clothing,
sweatsuits,
and I know he attributes a lot of that to the people behind the scenes, the writers, the costume designers, all of that, like all the people, the hairstyles, just the clothing. Like when you look at the club scene and to see like that's how
Gina's
they were dressing.
Pam's hair.
Yes.
But it also makes
Pam had a mean French roll
every time
with the waterfall
and the wispy, then bang. Yeah. Also, it makes me want to make sure I am aware, because I think that you can see the power that they've had in the influence. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times as a creative, we're so used, like, you just got to get it out your brain, or just got to get it out. You don't realize the impact it's going to have, or how other people are going to receive it. Because for you, it's like, oh no, I be doing this for me. I mean, like, this is for me to get out. I want it. It's nice for it to be received by other people. You understand what I'm saying? So I hope y'all watch.
We hope you watch, and let us know what you think about the reunion.
Yeah, we'll watch it again.
Absolutely everything for me. I will watch it again.
You have to. And if you're a fan, and if you aren't, it's still, it's a good piece.
It's good to see, because, black sitcoms are rare.
Quality ones.
Thank you. Quality black sitcoms are so rare. And to see how the magic was made on the set of Martin, it was everything. It was everything. So y'all make sure you watch it. Let us know what you think. And as always, subscribe, like, comment, share the podcast. DM. And we're happy to be back. So until next time, I'm Vic Jagger.
I'm Miss Porter Did It.
And you have been listening to Season. Thank you, Martin.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.